I'm a final year college student. I really shouldn't be doing this. Welcome to the Joe Show.
The Joe Show with Dovemen Plus Care, featuring interviews with Michael Fassbender and Katherine Waterston, live studio guests Blathanid Treacy, and music from Crossing Paths.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everybody so much. Hello, and you're very welcome to the Joe Show.
My name is Owen. It's great to see you this evening. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Owen.
I'm Paddy, and it's great to see everybody back again.
I know, for a second week, who believed that they actually gave us a second week? We definitely thought we'd be cancelled, which would have been embarrassing.
To be fair, has there ever been a show that was cancelled after the very first week?
It's a good question, but it doesn't even matter because I've actually locked us all in here this evening. Security. Look, I got about 18 bike locks. They're all outside.
I like it.
He's
He's nothing if not thorough. It's a very naughty decision there, I have to say. Okay, we've got some amazing interviews coming up on the show tonight, and also some very exciting news for you watching at home, because somebody is going to be with a chance of winning €1,000 on our 1,000 to 1. Yes, €1,000.
It's a much better audience than last week.
Yeah,
straight away. This is
absolutely.
amazing.
Straight
this
in.
is great.
It's our 1,000 to 1 game. So if you want to be in a chance with the winning, all you need to do is tag your friend, and we're going to be calling back one of you before the end of the show. You just have to tag them in the comments below, and it really is that simple to qualify.
The very best of luck with that. It's only tagging, you don't need luck, you can do it. So it's been a hell of a week on the internet, as ever.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you got Tom Holland doing his lip syncing.
Love
You've
that.
got
That was a brilliant video.
Pikachu. Anyone see that deflating and been absolutely molested and carried out by really burly
Watched
South
about
Korean
37
bouncers, and Marine Le Pen doing her little fascist goose step dancey thing.
Oh, well, Marine.
Bon voyage, Marine.
Well, those things have nothing on this first story, so we want to talk about a video that emerged online this week. It was actually made by an Irishman called Maura. He was travelling around the world and stopped off in Iran, and as he said himself, he was invited to a mighty Iranian feast. And the tradition there is that after the meal you get up and you do a bit of a party piece. So Will thought, do you know what? I've no Irish, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to recite a poem in Irish.
Brave.
Which
Brave.
very brave, very
Stupid,
brave of Will.
stupid, but
Slightly stupid,
but brave.
stupidly
Very brave.
And so this thing could have been a complete disaster if it wasn't for Will's sheer confidence. Take a look at him here, wowing the Iranian crowd.
An chlár sa spór, an ihe a bháin, in dhéana cá mille sa gardín bháin. An mena fear a stock at strodin sean, an chonig mé ag dul go dí an nechas a ní, a gach ihe, go tuban, an fear a stráliacht an costan tuban. Ní fear, agus ní manan sí, an tussel timple an tóra stráide. Thank you.
That's incredible.
As
That's
I say,
unbelievable.
and
That's
we're very
unbelievable.
excited to be joined in studio by our latter-day Seamus Heaney. Give it for Will Maura.
Will Murray, everybody. There he is. There he is. Will is in studio.
Will, you've jetted in from the Gulf. You've got a haircut. You're looking very, very smart. And
Back in the Emerald Isle.
Yeah, no, it's
Smart
great to
enough.
see you. Yeah, no, absolutely. And what we've been led to believe is that you've got something very special lined up for us here tonight. Is that right?
I do. I've got a poem that's derived from Connemara in the west of Ireland about a man who loses his brand new bicycle, and it goes a little something like this.
Okay.
Ilorna Straja an Ihe a Wan. Is Jock on Buska Bruce.
Sorry, Will. What, you making that up? That's no, we're not having that. No, it's a bit shite. Everybody out. Everybody out. Will Mara, everybody. Will Mara.
Shite, Will.
No, don't applaud that man.
Go.
Not happening.
Will.
Not happening.
He tried though. I mean, he
made an effort.
He thought, you know what? I've had a hit.
He rumbled us
I'm
again.
going to do.
He made it up.
I'm going to do an aqua, and I'm going to write the same song again, and hope nobody notices.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, last week we discovered that it's vegan. This week we learned the best way to serve and consume a pint of Guinness. So this is Tipperary. It's Flanagan's on the Lake. On the Lake. Now this is important.
On the lake.
As you
Crucial.
watch
Write it
this
down.
next
On the lake.
wondrous set piece. Check this out. Amazing. It's
That's incredible.
Hydro Pac-Man is his name. That's what he was doing there drinking that pint. But just one thing, could we roll back that tape a notch? Because there's something very familiar about Hydro Pac-Man drinking his pint of Guinness. Just have a look at this.
Who is that?
Is that
Sure,
legendary?
It is.
Is that legendary Dublin vegan
Christ, that's
pint man
amazing.
Paddy Losty?
Paddy, I think you might be right. The pint man, there is literally nothing that man can't do.
We truly learn more about his superpowers every single week on the Joe Show.
More on pint man next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
He just never fails to deliver.
Never fails.
So as you've noticed this week, the last couple of days, there's been amazing weather, and that means only one thing. It's exam time for students all around the country. So while they're supposed to be frantically revising in college, they've actually been dawsing and just procrastinating right, left and centre. One college was wise to this, so congratulations to the University of Limerick, who put up a competition to find the most creative Snapchatter in the college. Now, the results were frankly astounding. So we picked out some of our favourites here this evening. So up first, this was the student who put their housemate's entire bedroom into the bathroom. So that was a nice bit of feng shui there.
I like that.
That's,
I like
that's
that. You can literally roll out of bed and straight into the shower. You don't have to do anything else. That's
amazing.
insane.
Students don't shower, but I like where you're going. That's fine. I was a little bit confused by the next one, though. This is the procrastination one. I'm not sure what that's about. Paddy, do you have any ideas about that one?
It's a pretty sticky one to explain, I would have said. But
now, my favourite.
I like the new word, though.
Yeah, my favourite, and the overall winner, and rightly so, was the student who decided to replace his nipple bar with a piece of raw spaghetti and an attempt to cook it in the shower under the hot water. And you kind of think, that's kind of funny, that's all right, but it's forward thinking because he was thinking ahead to dinner as well and preparing
that kind of level of ingenuity is definitely the work of a student engineer and not an art student. That's just not something.
No. Oh, take
I'm
it
looking
easy.
at the crowd. Reading the crowd, I'm thinking
I'm
there's
an
more
art
engineers.
student, so that's fine.
I'm also
we stick spaghetti
I'm also an art
so
student,
that's
so
fine.
I think I can go there. Okay, this has also been the hot topic at the moment. I think you'll all agree. It's blasphemy. Obviously, Stephen Fry almost had himself slung into Mountjoy for what he said about Jesus Christ. So Irish comedian Alison Spittle asked this question on Twitter, which is a very pertinent one. What's the most blasphemous thing you've ever done? A lad in my village wore an Eminem t-shirt with the lyrics of Kim on it to mass. That's pretty blasphemous. Many of the answers are brilliant and will secure them a place in hell. Our first one, setting the bar pretty high, is Darren Kane. He says, I accidentally vomited on a priest's grave on New Year's Eve in 2007. And even worse than that, a guard caught me doing it. So you've got layers there. You've got
so many elements.
It's New Year's Eve. He's in a graveyard getting sick on a priest's grave.
Not just any grave.
When a very diligent guard happens to catch him in the act. I think that's impressive. Our next one is a visual. This is Justine Stafford. You'll see Justine on the Joe Show towards the end. This is her Pancake Tuesday Jesus Christ. He looks very confident. He looks very much in control.
He's done this kind of thing before. That looks deliciously blasphemous.
Sacrilegious, one would almost say.
Sacrilegious. Yes.
And our final one, the winner. If you have a winner in this blasphemous, this is Colin O'Gorman. He is our Amnesty International. He's a spokesman for Amnesty International. He says, I called a bishop a bastard on primetime television and sued a pope who's now a saint. Does that count?
Just when you thought puking on a priest's grave kind of topped it off for you.
So we decided we needed to go to the highest authority to get official comment on this thread. We said we needed to go right to the very top. I think this could very well be an Irish media first. So I'm very excited and delighted to welcome to the Joe Show the Son of God. Would you please welcome Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ, everybody!
Whoa! No, Paddy.
The big man.
No, Paddy. No, we can't be having
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Jesus. No, not tonight. I'm sorry. This is blasphemous. This is actually we're going to get. Sorry, don't be serious. Sorry, Jesus. Jesus is he's pretty upset there. Jesus wept.
Jesus,
yeah,
you've met
Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
Not doing it.
You do realise that every single viewer in Nazareth has now decided they're going to switch
We've lost
off.
Nazareth. We've lost Nazareth, everybody.
And parts of Jerusalem too. Okay, we need to change the tone of the show. We probably need to move on quite swiftly. Shifts are one of Ireland's funniest comedy groups. They told us to say that last week.
You said that last week
and
already,
I think they're happy enough for me to say it this week. This week they are going to go deep. They're going into the places that prime time will not go, asking the questions like, what's going on with the weather, lads?
That's a good question.
In other news, good weather has broken out across Ireland, leaving many people giddy and confused. This footage was captured in Cork City earlier today of a man realising that the temperature has risen above 13 degrees. He removes his top, places it in his waistband and proceeds to throw shapes all the way to the off-licence. Reports are coming in from city councils across the country of a huge spike in instances of people in public parks shouting, "Do you have any skins? And here, young lad, give us a touch of that ball." With a special report, here's Declan Brady O'Neill Hennessy Corbett.
Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. The Grand Canal. People flock here in their hundreds and their thousands, but the only numbers they care about are 4 for 5, 6 for 7, or a big, dirty, filthy slab for 18. I'm talking about cans. For all you fun little sun revelers, the HSE have handed out these handy little swatch charts, so you'll know when to get out of the sun and into the shade, like me. Okay, let me down. This thoroughfare definitely puts the can in canal.
Our reporter Conal Taint Bissett is live at Leinster House with more.
Yes, I'm standing outside Dáil Éireann, where Minister for Health Simon Harris has recently emerged from a local Londis, clutching 2 bulging white plastic bags full of what one can only assume to be ice creams for his fellow Teachtaí Dála. When I then approached Sinn Féin, they informed me in no uncertain terms Gerry Adams is not eating, nor has he ever eaten, a chalk ice. When asked whether the frozen pops would distract government officials from their incredibly important duties, one Dublin TD who wished to remain anonymous told me, "Feck that for a bag of meanies," and up the dubs.
Surprised Loop de Loops didn't make that poll, Conal.
He's some gobshite, isn't he? Jesus Christ, ever gone for a pint with him? Never met a man who drinks pints of Blue Wicket.
As you can tell, Irish Summer 2017 is well on... Oh? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, no, okay. It's over, it's raining. It's all gone to shite.
Crossing Paths are just about ready to perform, but first let me tell you a little bit about the magic cover in association with Dove Men Plus Care. We're hunting for Ireland's best cover. It's out there somewhere, and we've got these guys joining us in studio to rack up as many likes as possible in the time that they're performing. So if you guys at home like what you hear, hit the like button starting from now, because this is Crossing Paths with Aslan's Crazy World.
How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. I have fallen down so many times. I don't know why, I don't know where, don't care less, it's all the same. I have traveled through so many towns. I don't know why, I don't know where, don't care less, it's all the same. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright, yeah, it's alright. How can I protect you in this crazy world? It's alright. It's alright.
Clodagh and Oisín, that was unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank
How do you?
you very
You're
much.
you're welcome. You're welcome. How do you think that went?
It was great. I loved it.
Good stuff. So I know both of you are delighted to get that done and dusted, but you're also smiling for another reason today. Is it true you both finished your exams?
Yeah, we had a physics exam this morning. We're both in biomed and NUG, so it's a good day all around. Like,
A good day all around. Well, the perfect way to celebrate here on the Joe Show. Let's go back to Paddy and find out how they got on.
Okay, let's hear it one more time for Crossing Paths. I can tell you that Katie Cassidy set the bar last week. She got a grand total of 51 likes. And I can tell you, can you give me that one more time, Mr. Producer? our final score in and second place with 43 likes. It's Crossing Paths! Crossing Paths! Congratulations, guys. Early days. We're going to be we're going to have all our acts on that leaderboard as we go, and we will put you in there, Crossing Paths. All right, Owen, you're back. We're very.
I was never away.
You're away. There you are over there, and now you're back. Now we're very delighted to welcome back a man who solved the great Leitrim traffic light mystery last week. Would you please welcome to the show, Cayman Power?
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you back. So what have we been up to this week?
This week, so as you know, last week I did the discovering whether there were traffic lights or not in Leitrim. So this week I decided to find the most extreme takeaway in Ireland. Nice. And I found it in South Tipperary. In a town called Kilsheelan.
Okay.
And I brought my friend Joe Gorman with me.
Joe Gorman, eh?
Is that okay?
Who is Joe Gorman?
Well, from the picture that's up on the screen here, you can see that's Joe Gorman.
Is Joe Gorman somebody that gets out a lot, or is this his first time out?
Is he okay?
Well, that's him trying to get into the Rocket Castle anyway. I think
to get into the Rocket Castle?
That was on the journey down, yeah.
But, so you said this is the most extreme takeaway. So imagine you're going to be eating a lot of food. How did you prepare yourself and Joe, actually, because they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah, we kept it to I did anyway. But there's a clip I could show you now with myself and Joe talking. So this morning, I only had a cheese toastie, and that was it. I had that about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. You've had?
I just had a cup of tea and a little cry.
So Joe had his little cry, but he's okay now.
Is he all right?
He's all right.
He's crying before the challenge. That's what worries me about Joe and his durability. Okay, so it's Aaron's takeaway in Kilsheelan.
In County Tipperary. They do ridiculous stuff. So we went down and we heard about this burger. There's 5 layers of meat on this burger. So we ordered 3 layers of beef and 2 layers of chicken, and we decided to have a bit of a battle, a bit of a race to see who would finish it the quickest.
There is a lot of love coming in for Aaron's takeaway in Kilsheelan in County Tipperary. Sean Root says, we love Aaron's takeaway with many praise signs and hearty eyes.
The lads are great. The lads are really nice.
Ian Preston says the UK wants Aaron's takeaway. That's like a kind of a
Ian Preston speaking on behalf of the entire UK.
A reverse Brexit there. I'm not sure I'm down with that. So this is you against Joe in a challenge to eat one of their extreme burgers.
Yeah, we went down, we decided to go down and tackle it, and this is what happened.
Okay, let's have a look at this.
We've arrived in Kilsheehan. Eventually. Looks great. There's a few layers there. We went for the 3 beef patties, and we went for 2 chicken layers as well. Got my burger.
Got a timer.
You got your Coke. I don't know about Coke. I thought the tip said water.
Coke is professionals only.
Oh, okay, right. First bite in. Right, let's go. Joe's flying through it. I'm not. Just when I thought he was strong, Joe has hit a wall.
Cayman wrapping up the last bite of the almighty Kilsheelan burger, and he is the victor.
I think the water did it for me. I think you made a bad decision with the Coke.
I'm going vegetarian.
Okay, right.
Well,
wow!
Congratulations. It seems like that drove Joe to making a life-changing decision there after the burger.
He's a vegetarian.
He's a vegetarian now.
Yeah, a vegetarian.
But no, the burger looked incredible.
I'm kind of surprised because I had my money on Joe. Just based on what we saw there, he seemed to be a man that's ready to.
I had my money on you, Cayman.
Thank you.
I didn't actually. It was on Joe as well. But it's fine. But no, listen, so the story didn't actually end there, though, did it?
Aaron's takeaway, they were great lads who went in, met them, and while we were eating the burger, they came out and took a photo of us and stuck it up on their social media.
You were on the Aaron's takeaway.
Unbelievable.
We made it on
You've made it now.
So look at your little faces.
Thanks,
You
look so happy. In Aaron's takeaway.
You look to be in pain.
But not only that, you guys also got featured.
We
they
got
plugged
featured.
you.
Really?
They plugged the show.
This is insane.
Okay.
Aaron's
Well, look,
wow,
there you
we
go.
are.
Not only that, but they also renamed the burger Joe Burger.
I don't think you can say that. No, that's definitely not illegal.
Well, there's an E on this one.
That's fine. That's fine. Burgers by Joe.
So it's the burger you had, the 5-layer 30-ounce burger. The next time we're in Kilsheelan, we'll definitely have to
100%.
have the Joe burger.
Yeah,
listen, Cayman Power, thanks so much for coming in. Give it for Cayman
again.
Power. I should say, if you've got any stories that you want to send in that let us know about on Joe, send them our way, all your stories from Instagram and Snapchat, and check out Cayman's unfurling stories on his Instagram page there.
Thank you very much, Gaiman.
Thanks, Neil. Cheers.
Now, Alien Covenant opens in cinemas on May 12th, and I decided to be really, really nice and say to Paddy, hey, would you like to go and talk to Michael Fassbender and Katherine Waterston, who is the brand new star of it. She's kind of replacing the Sigourney Weaver type character. It's just, I couldn't make it, unfortunately, and it had nothing to do with being absolutely terrified of Alien, or aliens in general, or Alien Covenant.
You get freaked out by Zig and Zag and Alf.
It's fine, I don't talk about that.
You said it's like...
They're just too furry. They're all overly furry for me. Overly furry.
Well, the movie's a beaut. Lifelong Alien fans have been waiting for this movie, obviously, since Prometheus, which was a disappointment for some, but I have to say I enjoyed it myself. So getting into a room with Michael Fassbender to talk about this long-awaited movie, there was obviously only one place to begin.
Of course. Aliens, like...
Kerry football.
I'm
from a county that wears green and gold.
Nice.
It's not Kerry.
Okay.
We don't get to Croke Park very often. It's Leitrim, so...
That's a hurling county, though, is it?
Wait, we don't have hurling. We don't really... We try hard at football, but
okay.
We don't... I do support Kerry when they're old
the
as
same
well.
colours, yeah. It's convenient.
Getting into the movie questions, I do think both Walter and David would make very solid Kerry cornerbacks. I think there's a mental toughness there.
There is, yeah. There's a sort of, yeah. There's a resilience, yeah.
You have a big string vest to fill as such. I'm just wondering, have you ever met Sigourney Weaver?
One of my first professional gigs was a play at her husband's theatre, and she came to see it and said nice things, and she wrote me an email the other day. I don't think she's seen it yet, but just said something like from one flamethrower to another or something, and it was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, I'm a nerd like everybody else. I'm just like totally in awe of her and think she's amazing.
I saw that you were awarded the Freedom of Killarney just before Christmas, so I just wonder, have you wielded that power yet?
It's not the Freedom of Killarney, actually.
Oh, okay.
I can't, take sheep through the town or whatever.
Well, I would have thought that would have been the thing. Your own sheep.
Me
obviously.
too. I found out too late when there were sheep everywhere and I got arrested. So, I think it's just a beautiful part of the world. Take people down, around the Dingle Peninsula or up the McGillicuddy Reeks or to the lakes. Yeah, it's just stunning.
I saw the movie last night and I still have this sense of dread.
It's a full-on visual, oral experience. The sounds of the bodies ripping apart, and some of them freak me out more than some of the visuals.
It's kind of going back to the original Alien and the DNA of that, and of course the xenomorph is back. There was obviously a huge appetite for that, and yeah, once it starts, it sort of doesn't let up, and it things go sour pretty quickly. I laughed a lot as well. I found a lot of funny moments.
This is not a movie you would go to and laugh. This is not a laughing movie. This is a strange one.
There was nothing funny about that interview apart from your jacket, obviously. But I couldn't wear that jacket, but it was lovely.
Now, obviously, I know that you couldn't make this movie because you were
busy
washing your hair or whatever it is. But Katherine Waterston, she could be back.
Yes.
She's going to be in the sequel to Fantastic Beasts, an incredible US actress. So I thought, just in case Owen is back in again, I might just lay the groundwork here and give her a bit of a heads up about Irish fellas, all right? You've worked with some incredible Irishmen, with Colin Farrell in Fantastic Beasts, Michael here and in Steve Jobs as well.
They're awesome.
They've set the bar pretty high.
Very, very hardworking, very funny. Great storytellers. It's so far incredibly handsome.
Michael and Colin have set the bar unrealistically high. I'm afraid of that.
Oh, really?
I mean,
You're preparing me for the rest of the Irishmen?
I just want to be...
That's not very patriotic.
I just want to be honest. I'm a realistic and honest patriot.
Well, the only two Irishmen she's ever met in her life are Michael Fassbender and Colin Farrell. I think the rest of us are screwed. We're not gonna reach that bar at all. So if you want to see those full interviews with Michael Fassbender and Katherine Waterston, please do check out the interviews. They're there in full on Joe, and Alien Covenant will be in cinemas May 12th.
All right, it's time to bring out our guests. Are you guys ready for our guests? Yeah! Joining us live in studio to talk about the Eurovision shenanigans and being part of one of the biggest TV shows of the year. Will you please welcome to the Joe Studios, Blathanid Treacy!
Hi, how are you? Hello. Hello. Very handsome men, might I say. Looking fabulous.
Well, clearly.
Indeed,
He was on some
You-
free beers before. Don't worry about it, don't worry. Thanks a million for coming in and joining us.
This is amazing, guys. I have to just say, this place looks unbelievable. You're doing a great job.
Thank
Fabulous.
you.
Yes.
Does it remind you of Dancing with the Stars?
Do you know what? It's not far off it. Yeah, maybe you need a little bit more sparkle and some more glitter maybe in the studio. We
That's
can maybe
what
Paddy's wearing sparkly trousers. Sparkly
fabulous.
trousers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're down there. The sparks are there. So listen, the Eurovision is all over the news this
Yes,
week.
it is.
And you were an official Irish Eurovision juror a couple of years back.
I was a couple of years ago, yeah.
And there's this debacle around the Norwegian guy saying stuff about the Irish entry. So can you give us a little insight into what it's like to be a professional Eurovision juror?
It's a very serious job. It's fantastic. I know, it's incredible. It actually is really good fun. So you get to basically, they say the votes that go over to Ireland and we kind of decide which songs that we enjoy. It's added with the caller votes as well. So you have kind of quite a big input there. But to be a juror, there's a few different rules. So you have to basically, you can't have any sort of relationship with the person who is representing Ireland. So you can't have any kind of connection with the broadcaster either, which is a new rule because 2 years ago, obviously, I was working for RTE, but now they can't have any
this
jurors.
Norwegian guy though? Like he's obviously, is he on rogue? Because what's he said something like Ireland has totally lost the run of itself. Which I have to say is a very Irish way of describing our Eurovision sort of. It's like, where's rock and roll kids? Where's Johnny Logan? You've lost the run of yourselves, lads.
Absolutely, yeah. So basically, he voiced his own opinion on the song, which you're not really supposed to do. You're not supposed to kind of publicly slate one of the songs that's up for Eurovision. So they got rid of him. They fired him, basically.
So Brendan Murray is our entry for this year. Dying to Try. Have you heard the song? Do you think we can win?
I have heard the song, and actually, I was checking out the video today, and I kind of think that Harry Styles may have taken some inspiration for his music video for Sign of the Times from Brendan. I don't know if you've noticed it. They're floating around.
They are pretty similar,
They are. They're like hanging around mountains and that sort of thing. Actually, Brendan's was shot in Bray, my hometown.
There you go. Sort of all the local spots.
Well, look, I mean, he's got a chance. People are going to be talking about it now. On Thursday, he's in the semi-final, and so hopefully, for the first time, I think since Jedward, we're going to get out of the semi-final. Now, when we knew you were coming on the show today, we decided to text one of your friends.
Just to see if we can find any of your deep and darkest secrets.
I think I know. Okay,
this is what came into us, all right?
Oh dear.
So here we go. She never shuts up about the stove she bought many months ago. She mentioned it like every time with her, she got a stove. She just loves her stove. So there was no need for them to send 4 messages, but they just were pretty repetitive about the stove.
Who that is.
You do know who that is?
That's Stephen Byrne, isn't it?
It may or may not be. Possibly. Could be any of your friends.
Okay, so I live in a very, very cold house. Like, it's freezing, and I invested in a stove, and it's literally changed my life.
We don't actually want to hear about the stove. You just give it all
let you talk about the bloody stove, all right? You've got a new show coming up on TG Ceathair.
Yeah, I do. So I've got a new show coming out this autumn. It's called Gléasa Confesta. It's a fashion show.
Whoa. I mean, is it anything like the greatest television show ever made, which of course is Passion Fashion on TG Ceathair? We can all agree on that.
You can have a fashion show on TG Ceathair.
Screw the Joe show. I'm talking Passion Fashion. That's the show we wanted to make.
Unfortunately, it isn't Passion Fashion, but it does rhyme. Gléasa Confesta, which means dress to party in Irish, and it's a 10-part series. And basically, we have 3 designers coming up with an outfit for somebody who has an event like a Debs or a ball or something like that. And whoever has the event, they choose whichever outfit they prefer. So it's a bit of crack, and we're going all over the country as well.
Well, the best of luck with it. No, you're a champion of Irish music as well, and you heard Cross and Pats there earlier on. What do you make of them? And Chase and Abby were on the show last week as well.
Love those guys as well. They're playing on 2FM all the time. But you guys are unreal. Fantastic. Your voice is incredible. Really, really good. I can't wait to check out some more. Doing so well, like that, like the guys, they're doing incredibly well. I mean, a few bands that I'm really into at the moment are Loa, Columbia Mills, another great band. There's loads of incredible Irish music.
You were like part of the Choice Prize this year, presenting the show from there. I was on the judging panel, so we were there from afar.
I wasn't invited.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Rusangano family won, of course, who are just fantastic, and because they're completely independent, they're amazing. They're lovely, lovely guys. They've worked incredibly hard, and you could see from the way that they reacted when they won. They were crying their eyes out. Like, it meant so much to them.
No, it was an amazing acceptance speech, and Russ and Gann are going to be on the Joe Show in a couple of weeks' time as well. Now, I do feel that I know we're Choice friends, obviously,
right? Yeah.
But I do feel a wee bit left out because I am the only person on the floor here between the three of us that has a name that is pronounceable outside of the Aran Islands, would say, all right? So I'm boring Paddy. I mean, you guys have got these like
exotic.
fancy,
we're exotic.
fancy, fancy names.
The choice prize. We've got an
Now,
exotic name.
The thing is, right? We're broadcasting on Facebook Live, so we want to help public service. All right, so we want you to help us help the people all around the world on Facebook Live pronounce Irish names. So let's go for our first one. It's a doozy. I wonder if anybody could help.
This is a personal favourite of mine. I've been called all manner of things. Yogurt off the back of that as well. Eggman is a personal favourite as well. So how would you say to people, this is how you pronounce it?
Owen.
That's good. That's good going.
It's good, isn't it?
Owen.
Owen.
Pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any way to remember that? Is it Owen? Is there a way to? What do you tell people? Like,
just it's Owen. I've started spelling my name.
All right, let's go. Because we're going to give people. We're going to help you. If you're anywhere in the world, what's our next?
Oh.
One close to your heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is obviously my name. I've been called Blathanid, 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 if you want to get really, really Irish.
Okay.
But I prefer Blathanid.
Blonde, that's a good
And
one.
so I say to people, okay, so I've got blonde hair, so think blonde, Blathanid.
Yeah.
And that sort of confuses people because then they call me Blondid. So I don't know. I think I should just change my name altogether.
No, I like Blonded. Blonded is good. Everybody watching around the world, Blonded. The next
I
time
just
you
think
bump
that
in
we
there.
are just building bridges here. That's what I think is happening. I just think of all the people all around the world that are learning. Let's get another one in. There's like Sesame Street. Come on, for Irish names.
Yes.
It's a doozy.
Yeah.
Mairead.
And these ones are absolute devils. Anyone who's called this name.
I've got a friend called Mairead. She's had Mairead, mermaid, marmalade, marinade. Like it's tricky.
It is tricky. Yeah, Mairead. I mean, what does Mairead rhyme with? What would you say? Mairead.
Sinead. It rhymes with
Solid. Easy to read.
We're really helping people here. I really feel
massively helping them.
Okay, let's go for one. Let's.
Yeah.
Well.
Aofi?
Aofi.
Aofi. Aoife. It's such a fabulous name, but yeah, Aofi. It's just one of those names people cannot get it right.
Well, if you're a gamer, you just go FIFA.
FIFA,
that's it. Or Pro Evo.
Okay. We've got time for one more piece of learning on the show. This is a new hipster.
This is one of the most popular baby names in 2017.
It's coming good. Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to have a go at that one?
Yeah, Ciadagam Dulgadi on the Leris.
Yeah, you can go to yes, you
can.
Can
I?
Yeah, there you go. Will you please give it up for Blathanid Treacy?
Would you mind hanging around?
Sure.
We're almost finished the show, but as we said earlier, if you've been tagging your friends in the comments below, you've got a chance to win €1,000 on the show this evening.
Okay, we've got somebody on the line. We're going to be playing our 1,000 to 1 game show. So let's have a listen. Is Shauna there? Hiya, Shauna.
Hi. Hello.
Good, how are you?
Good, keeping good.
Everybody in studio, say hello to Shauna. She looks so happy. She looks so happy.
Delighted. What's she saying at the chance of winning the
Where are
grand?
you, Shauna? Where are you this evening?
Galway, NUI.
She's in NUI. Oh, listen, Cross and Pats are both in NUI. They're going to be rooting for you here. Look, it's €1,000 up for grabs. What would you do if you were to win €1,000?
Probably go. To be honest, I'm doing my exams tomorrow.
Oh, that was actually just. She's going. I heard she was going on the lash.
On the lash, yeah. I think she's kind of cut out, but I'm pretty sure she's
straight to the hole in the wall.
lash.
That's what I heard, and she's going to queue to get in. All right.
Well, listen, Shauna, it's a really easy game to play. We have a beautiful briefcase that my wonderful assistant is going to show. Focus, Paddy. Focus. Give me the briefcase. There we go. In this briefcase, we have €1,000, and all you have to do to be in with the chance of winning this is give us a number between 1 and 1,000, which you would see is relatively easy to do. You're good in your numbers, I'm sure, as well. There it is. Stop flashing that cash. As well as that, though, that's a little bit difficult, so we thought we'd make it a bit easier for you. So if you give us a number, and that number falls anywhere within 20 on either side of the number, what we're going to do is give you the cash as well, which would be unbelievable. And to make it just one more bit easier, it's actually tied into a topical story that you may have seen around the internet this week. So you feeling confident? A number between 1 and 1,000, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's that easy. She's not convinced. I made it sound too hard.
She doesn't sound. Okay, Shauna, we need that number. What's your number between 1 and 1,000? Give it to us now.
98.
Why?
I was born in 1998.
Okay,
it's a
that
good
doesn't
one.
sound topical, but it's a good enough reason.
It's fine, yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
So, Shauna, I can reveal to you that the number for this week, the winning number is 190. Oh, sorry about that. I know.
Sean, it's the
It's
number
close.
of
The number of
countries.
countries that The Young Offenders was released to via Netflix, which is an amazing good story this
Dude,
week. 190.
you weren't far off. I can tell you that we're going to send you out. We're going to send you out a little goodie bag full of Dove Men Plus Care. All the goodies are in there. I know it's a
bag. We're going to get a better bag
You're
for
getting
next
my
week.
this. I don't know what it
Get
is,
the
but it
bag
looks
as well.
great, and it looks
pretty
like
exciting.
my lunch is in there as well. Thank you so much, Sean. Have a lovely evening.
Shona,
all right?
round of applause for
Give it up
Shona. Thank you.
All right.
That about wraps it up for this week. Thanks again for watching, and a big thank you to Blathanid for joining us on the sofa. Woo! No bother. Shona as well, who was competing. Our wonderful audience, Cross and Pat, who were performing. The Shifts guys as well. Woo! You can applaud everybody. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors, Dove Men Plus Care as well.
We're going to be back next Tuesday, same time, 8:30. Tell all your friends. Tune back in tomorrow night. It's Sports Joe Live on Joe at 9:30. It's going to have Ron Nogar. It's going to have Andy Reid. It's going to have Connor Sketches and all the rest of the gang. So make sure that you tune in. And again, thank you for tuning in. And we will see you again next week. And we're going to leave you with this.